There's so many mods. See, this is why you don't make bad financial decisions. You watch me make bad financial decisions to realize why you shouldn't. Oh my God. If I added labor, you guys don't want to know. But just parts, let's see how much it would cost for you guys to replicate this B9 RS5 build. So the grand total is, drum roll. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. As you guys know, it's not a Fear Garage video without doing a car wash. So I just got back from the car wash. I washed up the car, and today I want to talk to you guys about the build and how much it costs to build this B9 500 all-wheel horsepower cleanest RS5 on the internet, prices, everything. I created a full build sheet on Excel as well. I'm gonna leave a link to that in the bio at the end of this, so you guys could actually click in onto every single link and be able to see exactly where I got my parts from. Because one of the most common questions that I get all the time from people is, hey, where'd you get this from? Where'd you get that from? And my car is a skeleton build. I have parts from everywhere. I have parts from different companies and all these other different things. So it's everywhere. So I wanted to compile all of that into a singular Excel sheet, so that you guys have something to reference when going along and building your own cars and finding similar parts and stuff like that. So that's something that I completed now, and I also included all the prices for everything in there as well, so you know how much you're spending for each and every single part. This is probably gonna be a long video, so I'm not gonna have any extra bits. We're just gonna get right into it and talk about how much it costs to build my RS5 the exact way that I built it. Actually, there's one thing that I do want to say real quick before we get started. So before I get started, one thing that I did want to say is I am lucky enough to have a bunch of sponsors that I've worked with on this build. So the prices that I'm giving you guys is the price that it would cost for you to build this build. Obviously, a lot of these parts were discounted for me. A lot of them, full or partial. I was able to get discounts on a good amount of different things for my car. So the price is gonna be a little bit lower for me. So I'm going to give you guys the price of exactly how much it would cost to build this car, not how much I paid, because that would be a completely different number. This is just gonna be the price that it would cost to build the car exactly how it is. Bruh, I swear to God, there is another scratch every single time on this car. There's one right here now. What the heck? That's the one pain about having a satin chrome wrap, is there's always a scratch, I swear. So the only thing that sucks about doing this video right now is it is hella windy outside. So I'm gonna try to quiet it down in post, but there's gonna be wind noise. Trying to do the best that I can to cancel it out. But let's start off with the exterior of this car. All right, so first let's start off with the exterior of the car, and probably the most beautiful piece on the exterior, which is my Future Designs carbon fiber front lip. This is a 4-piece lip. There's a piece that goes right here, one that goes under, one on the side, and one on the other side. The reason why I went with this lip is there's another one from Carbon Imports as well that they sell and that a lot of people run, but I feel that it's not aggressive enough. When you take a look at the front end of this car, you need an aggressive front lip to match the overall aggressive styling of the vehicle. You have insane body lines on the front of the car, and I feel that the Carbon Imports one, it's cool, but I feel that this definitely accentuates the look a lot better, and it makes the car look a lot like the RS7 when it comes to the stance and just how low that this lip hangs compared to the Carbon Imports one. So that's why I ended up going with the Future Designs carbon front lip. And as far as the price, it was a very, very, very daunting. Hold on, let me pull it up on the Excel sheet. It is a very, very, very daunting $1,180 just for this front lip right here. That's a very expensive front lip. And one of the things that I noticed about Audi is that when you're buying carbon for these cars, they tend to be way more expensive than BMW. No matter what part it is, BMW, it's always cheaper. So I think that's because not that much people buy Audis as they do BMWs, but for some reason, every single part is a lot more expensive on Audi. So that front lip was $1,180 just for the front lip. Next thing on the front are these fog canards on my RS5. These are actually from Carbon Imports. So a lot of my exterior parts, and my carbon, they come from either Carbon Imports or Future Designs carbon. I have kind of a mismatch of both, but these, I wish that they made a pair without these little fangs on the side, and it was just covering the little body line right here, because the fangs could be a bit much to some people. Even to me, it was a bit much when I got it, but it's growing on me. You know, I also want to test and see how the car looks without this on, but right now this is on the car, so I'm going to include it in the build and the cost of how much everything is on this car. And these fog canards come in at $409 a pop. So $409 for these Carbon Imports front canards. And I'm gonna have a money tracker up top so you guys could actively follow along with how much that each part is costing as we go along. Next thing that I have is my K&B Performance front badge that isn't installed right now. I have to get a new one. But this K&B Performance front badge, and this is the company that I'm partnering with, use the code FEAR at checkout to get 15% off. Let me show you the rear one as well. But these K&B Performance badges, they're definitely a nice touch. They have kind of a mirror finish on it, and then they're layered as well, so you have the red behind the black, and it does reflect at night. Here, let me show you what the front one looks real quick. Oh, this wind. Hopefully it's not cooked. So this is what the front one looks like. It goes on the front, but mine unfortunately snapped and broke because I have the old design. But the front badge was, give me 1 second. The K&B Performance front badge that I don't have on my car right now, this is $65. And then the rear badge that I have installed, that one is, I believe it is $55 for this one, for the rear one. So $55 for the rear one and $65 for the front one. And that's around $120 total for badges. Oh, I forgot the most important part, the vinyl wrap on this car. So this is a Luco Vinyl Satin Romani Red Chrome Metallic. This is a chrome film, so it does cost a lot more labor-wise, but just for the wrap alone, the wrap was $549, but expect labor costs on the wrap to be around a couple of $1,000s, maybe 2 to 3, just because this is a chrome wrap, so it is a lot harder of a film to install. It's basically a chrome layer with red laminate on top, so that makes it very hard to install for other wrappers, so they will probably charge you much more than a regular wrap would be in terms of labor. So budget accordingly for labor, but the wrap itself was $549. So coming around to the side of the car, let's start with the side skirts. These are some side skirts from Carbon Imports. These were $899. And the reason why I didn't go with Future Designs Carbon is because they don't make any for the sedan version. They only have for the coupe. So I ended up going with Carbon Imports, and I like this design as well because it's a break from a lot of the aggressiveness in the front right here with the lip and the little canard. And then same thing with the rear here. It's a nice little break. So I think that this is the perfect choice just to break up how aggressive the car is from front to back. Next, we're going to talk about the mirror caps. These mirror caps are from German Car Accessories. These are $299. I did initially have some Alibaba ones, but I swapped to German Car Accessories because they were happy enough to sponsor me on some mirror caps. I did some content for them. So these mirror caps are from them. They are $299. I'm gonna have to update this. There's also this badge right here. This is a true spec badge. This is really cool because you could see kind of, what's the word? You could have your car color and all these other things. This is really useful for car shows and people that want to know what's going on with your build and all these different things that you have. So I have, you know, what color my car is, the build of my car, my Instagram @ and basically all of the mods on it. This was, I believe it was 40 bucks. Very neat mod, very helpful for car meets. We have chrome badging in the front. This was $22 from eBay. And then we also have fender badges. These were from eBay as well. These were $35. So coming around to the rear, and this is where things get pricey. Probably my favorite mod on the car, which is my Future Designs carbon fiber diffuser. This right here is probably the most expensive exterior mod on my car besides the wheels. So this diffuser is $1,679. And it's a 3-piece diffuser, but I love it because it's very aggressive. It reminds me of the Audi ABT styling that they do. I really how aggressive it is with the side canards on the back and with the rear diffuser itself. It's not too many fangs, doesn't have that corny F1 stripe, and it really embodies what the Audi RS look should be. You know, very aggressive styling, and I love it, you know? So this was $1,679, the most expensive exterior part on my car, and I don't regret it one bit. Next, we're going to talk about my Carbon Imports roof spoiler, and this is something that I'm not too sure how long I'm going to keep on the car, but this is $329. And then we also have the gloss black roof wrap. This was, actually I'm just gonna include this in the wrap cost because I can't really section this out. But we have gloss black on the roof. Then we have the Carbon Imports trunk spoiler. This one is $299. This is their V2 spoiler, and the roof spoiler is their V4 roof spoiler. And I really think that this is a good combo for the RS5. It makes it look super aggressive, but I honestly really miss the wingless look on this car. You know, so if you guys don't know, my RS5 was wingless at some point, and I really enjoyed that look because it kept things, you know, subtle but also aggressive. You know, right now it's a lot going on, you know, but I feel that the aggressive diffuser and the aggressive trunk spoiler go well. I am not too sure about the roof spoiler, so we'll see how long this stays on, but $299 or $329 and $299 right here. So this is my Vusi Studios Vantage plate. As you guys know, this is a blackout plate. This one they sponsored for me, but this you could get it online for 160 bucks for the full Vantage plate. It goes from this tinted look to also blackout. Let me show you guys. Cannot see anything through this thing. And you know, this is for content purposes only, guys. I don't run from cops and all this other stuff. This is for content purposes only. But you can purchase this for 160 bucks. Looks really good while you're filming rather than having your plate, you know, being able to be seen. So, and last but not least, certainly probably one of the most important exterior mods, guys, is ceramic tint. So we have 35% windshield, and then we have 20% on the sides. The tint on the car was $400, labor included. So that's kind of how much I paid for the tint. You know, probably one of the first mods that you guys should do on your car alongside a dash cam is get tint on your vehicle. So let's get into wheels, tires, and all these other things. So as you guys can see, for my wheels, I have these Vantis custom VM12 wheels that I made with Vantis. They look like some Bostons, which are really cool. These retail for $2,650. We did wrap match the center caps as well, which is really nice. And we went with the gold for the Vantis logo because I do want to do gold calipers down the road. So this would run you $2,650. Then to finish off the wheels and tire, we have Continental DWS06 Pluses, the best tires ever. You know, very good in dry, very good in wet, very good in snow. These will run you about $1,200 or basically $300 a tire. These are $275, $35, $20. I upsized on the sidewall of this car just to close that fender gap, and I think that it allows for a really nice look when you're on stock fitment on this car. And then lastly, for the wheels and tires, I do also have these titanium studs from MRG Garage. These are actually discontinued, but I found some on a different website, which are $329, which is very similar to what I paid for these titanium wheel studs. So this allows for you to run spacers on your car, and it's just easier for wheel removal. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you guys about the wheel specs. So the wheels are 20 by 10 with an offset of 25. I could have went a little bit wider on the wheel specs, but this is just kind of what I did for now. I didn't know how aggressive that I wanted to go, and I could have went a little bit better with the sizing. As you guys can see, there's no poke, nothing. So on my next set, I'll go wider. We'll go 10.5 and get a good tire on it. All right, chat. Now on to my favorite part of the car and where I spend the most time in my vehicle, which is the interior. Let's talk about the interior of this car, which to me is probably the cleanest interior that you guys can have in a modern sports sedan. But let's start with my beautiful torqued carbon steering wheel. This is also something that was sponsored. I have a code. Use code FEAR at checkout for some money off. This would run you $800. This is the R8 style steering wheel. So as you guys can see, we have the R8 start stop and the drive buttons. We opted for full Alcantara with the red 12 o'clock stripe. And what I really love about Torque Carbon is they always include not only the airbag covers, but the actual airbag for your vehicle if you're getting an upgraded design. So this will run you about $800 for the steering wheel. Probably my favorite mod overall, exterior, interior performance, is the steering wheel because you spend the most time behind the wheel. So this is super important for your car. Guys, I'm getting tired of talking. There's so many mods. See, this is why, you know, this is why you don't make bad financial decisions. You watch me make bad financial decisions to realize why you shouldn't. And the number at the end will reflect that. But getting into it, we have this Android head unit right here. This is from Alibaba. A lot of people ask me about this. Is $280. This has Apple CarPlay, fully functional, and you could go back to your OEM screen if you want. So you can view all your different items on the OEM screen. And then we also did upgrade the ambient lighting right here, as well as right here. And this was $185.78. Also from Alibaba. You know, I know there's a couple of companies that sell this as well, but honestly, they probably get it from Alibaba. So might as well save a few bucks and get it from Alibaba. I have these RS5 floor mats. They are discontinued. I got them on Facebook, about 40 bucks. I don't know if I should include this in the pricing or whatnot because you can't really buy them, but they have this red rhombus and they have a silver outlining, which looks really good because I'm going for kind of a silver and red look. Next thing that I have to talk about is this zero zone tuning Alcantara trim. This was $310 for zero zone tuning. And then this Alcantara gear shifter trim, this was $60. This, I really like the Alcantara here. I know that if I spill anything, I am cooked, you know, so I have to be really careful. I really enjoy this mod. One of my favorite mods is the Alcantara here and here. Kind of a great combo for this car rather than the trim that they have, especially if you have a B9.5, because those kind of have the, the piano black. So let's replace the piano black. And my girlfriend's on the way, so I gotta hurry up. So let's get into the performance and what everybody wants to know about the performance of this car. Let's pop the hood and get to it. First thing that we have under the hood is this very beautiful APR carbon fiber intake. This actually came with the car, so I didn't pay for this myself. But if you were to purchase one for yourself, this costs $1,550. Sheesh. I'm happy I saved that money because I don't know if I got $1,500 to drop on an intake. So that's one thing right here is the APR carbon fiber intake. And then next thing that we have right here is the 034 Motorsports oil catch can kit. So this basically captures all of the extra gunk that comes in from your crankcase. And this costs $729. A really great ad for your car, especially because the PCBs on these cars are very bound to fail. Next, I'm not too sure if you guys can see back. Oh, that's hot. If you guys can see back there, but those are my CTS turbo downpipes. These will run you around $900 for the downpipes. These also came with the car, luckily, so I didn't have to spend my own money on this, which, you know, I love that. I love that for myself, but yeah. CTS turbo downpipes, $900. So next thing that we have is my high pressure fuel pump piston upgraded. This is from VIS Motorsports. How much is this? I don't have this on here. I believe it's $300 for the piston itself. I'm gonna update it in the final price, but yeah, VIS Motorsports upgraded high pressure fuel pump piston. This is for you guys to be able to run different E-blends on your car and make that 500 all-wheel horsepower and be a fast guy, you know? I still have never put E in this car, but I upgraded it just for when I want to. So let's talk about my exhaust. I think that I have one of the best, if not the best sounding exhaust for the RS5 on the internet. This is the AWE track exhaust with 2 added vibrant racing resonators. The AWE track exhaust itself is $2,715.79. And the 2 vibrant racing resonators combined price is $123.87. Oh man, this is expensive. This is expensive. Now let's get to the brakes on your car. Once you guys make this much power, you guys are gonna need to stop it. So the front rotors for this car are $1,457. I got these from FCP Euro. So that means I get free lifetime replacements. So that's great value, but these are $1,457 just for the brake rotors. And then for the front brake pads, these are $2,000, that would be insane. For the front brake pads, these are $231.99. Coming around to the rear rotors and pads, these come in at a little bit cheaper. These are $1,010 for the rear rotors. And then for the rear pads, those are gonna run you $227. Oh man. So I just picked this up, so I'm gonna have to add this to the video, but this is my 034 Motorsports strut tower brace. This you could get for $500, I believe, online, but I was able to buy it off of my boy for $280, but I'll leave you guys the full price online. This really helps with chassis stability and rigidity as you're driving and just allowing for a better driving experience, more tighter, helps with the understeer. It's understeer on these cars, and yeah, very good mod. I definitely recommend. And then I'm going to go over a couple more mods that you guys can't really see on the car. So we have our transmission mount insert from 034, that was $91. We have our 034 transmission mount, this was $44. 034 diff mount inserts, $154. 034 subframe mount inserts, $208. And then we also have the JXB Performance Drive Shaft Brace, which is $299. And then to tie this car all together, which is the tune, and you know, kind of what makes up the bread and butter of this car. Once you have all these mods, you need a tune to be able to activate these mods and make them work correctly. So I am tuned by Jacko Motorsports. They are one of the cheapest tuners for these B9 generation cars, and they do have amazing quality as well. You don't have to pay to upgrade when working with Jacko. So if you want to jump from stage 1 to stage 2, completely for free, that all comes included in your package when you get your tune with Jacko Motorsports. A lot of performance companies do not do this. you know? So definitely an added benefit to rocking with Jocko Motorsports. And yeah, so the Jocko Motorsports tune is $1,010. With that being said, give me a second. I'm gonna add everything up and then I will tell you guys exactly how much it will cost to be able to mod this car the same exact way that I did, not including labor. This is just parts, you know? Labor, if I added labor, you guys don't wanna know. But just parts, let's see how much it would cost for you guys to replicate this B9 RS5 build. So the grand total is, drum roll, drum roll. Let me put the phone down so you guys can see. The grand total is, as you guys can see, $23,544.23. Oh my God, that is half of another RS5 right there, guys. That is half of another RS5 right there. So this car with the mods, I got this car for $45,000, right? This car with the mods is a $68,000 car. I mean, shoot, that's a lot of freaking money, you know? Lucky enough that I got this car for a decent amount, but that is a lot of money. So this car all in probably is close to 28, or yeah, it's close to $24,000 to $25,000. I'm probably missing some things in my additions. I didn't add in the high pressure fuel pump piston and other things that just because I forgot. But this car altogether will run you around $24,000 in terms of mods to get this car to look, drive, and sound exactly what I have right here. You know, like I said, I'm very lucky to work with a lot of amazing companies and be able to, you know, kind of not pay full price for things. So that allowed for me to get a lot of these parts in my car. Very lucky opportunity. You know, I definitely put the work in very hard to get here to this position to be able to get these parts discounted and showcase it for companies and all these other different things. So I'm very grateful, you know, for all the companies I work for. I'm very grateful for you guys for watching the videos, because if you guys didn't watch the videos, then there would be kind of no content for me to be able to post for these companies and promote their items and what they have going on. So, you know, big thank you to all of you guys that support, leave a comment and subscribe, because that just brings me, that basically made this build right here. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't know if I would have this car as modded as I did. It would probably still be stopped. It's been an amazing journey so far, and there's definitely a lot more to come. You know, this car definitely isn't finished. As far as next plans, maybe get some new wheels probably around for the next season. And I'm thinking about going bags, low key. I might bag this car, you know. The EDC on these cars sucks, so I'm thinking about potentially bagging it. So that might be it next. What's coming next for this car? Not anytime soon though. I have to work on the M3, but yeah, man. I mean, I'm blessed to be in this position. You know, have a nice job, be able to afford this car as well as the content now, starting to kind of pick up on a lot of these costs that I'm incurring on modifying my vehicle. You know, I worked very hard. I went to college for 4 years. You know, thugged it out through college. Not a lot of people do college because they think that, you know, it's not worth it. But in my case, I ended up making it worth it. Found a very nice job. And that's what has allowed me to afford not only this car, but my M3 as well. And yeah, I don't know. I'm speechless, man. You know, when you look at the beginning of my car journey, I was just a little kid with the A3 just going around. I didn't even post any content back then, you know, and I'm thinking about what I could have been if I started posting content earlier. So if you guys want to post content, don't let anything stop you, and just, you know, post, bro. Just post. And yeah, man, it's been a wild journey with this car. I love it. This is definitely a forever car for me. Don't expect this to leave the channel anytime soon. You know, I put a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears into this car, and this is my first ever social media build. So it definitely means a lot to me compared to any other vehicles that I get in the future, any other vehicles that I've gotten in the past, because this is what you guys know me for, you know? You guys don't know me for my A7 or my A3 in the past or all these other cars that I've had. You guys know me for this car right here. And because of that, this car is definitely going to stay in the fleet forever, as long as I could keep it for. So, I don't know. I never thought that I would be at 40K followers on Instagram, you know, 22K on TikTok, starting to get the YouTube moving. I never thought I'd be here, you know, 8 months ago, you know, so I'm very blessed. Thank you guys for the opportunity. Thank you guys for letting me showcase my personality and my vehicles. It means the world to me. So, with that being said, I'm done rambling. This car is freaking expensive. I have to go get to my girlfriend. So if you guys watched this whole video, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow for more content. This is Fear Garage. I'm checking out. Make sure to leave a comment about if you guys think that this car is worth $70,000. If you guys would mod your car with $24,000, or if you guys would have done anything different, leave a comment if you guys enjoyed the video. You know, I love to preach honesty and transparency, so I hope that I was able to give that to you guys here with this video and tell you guys a little bit about my car and how much it costs. So I'm going home. I talk too much. I'll talk to you guys later.